Hi, I'm Sue from How to Help My Child. Today we're talking about staying calm during public meltdowns. These are real-life parenting hacks for ADHD and autism. Now, Mum, I know it is so hard when you go out and your child has a meltdown right there in the middle of the supermarket. People stare at you, they judge you, and you can't stop the meltdown. You are feeling like the worst parent in the world. Let me assure you, though, you're not. And I have got 5 tips today to help you stay calm during these times. One of my clients, Lily, said to me, Sue, I dread going out. I just fear my daughter melting down and the judgment and the stares from the people around me. We came up with a strategy for managing those public meltdowns, and it really helped Lily and her daughter. We started using a calm down kit with some sensory items, and it made their outings so much smoother. So the first tip to reduce those public meltdowns is to use and prepare a calm down kit. Now, this is a really simple little kit that stays in your car or in your handbag, and it helps your child self-soothe or stay calm. It helps them to self-regulate. You might include some of their favorite things in there, like some noise-cancelling headphones, a favorite fidget tool, maybe a small blanket or some toys, and some calming snacks or some crunchy snacks that might just help stop the meltdown before it gets too great. Now, as I said, keep this kit in your bag or in your car so it's always by you when you go out. And having this helps provide immediate sensory relief for your child. And that's a really important thing because it's helping to prevent or at least slow down the meltdown and teaching them to self-regulate. The second step to do is to practice deep breathing techniques. Now, when your child is really anxious and worked up and overwhelmed, which is what causes the meltdown, you want to reduce that anxiety. And one of the first things to try is to do some deep breathing exercises with them. Now, you don't try this during a meltdown. You try it at home when they're in a good space, they're happy, they're calm, and you practice them together. So you might practice square breathing. Remember, a square has 4 sides. So you breathe in for 4, you hold it for 4, you breathe out for 4. And you do that again and again. If they can't get to 4, try the triangle. Triangles have 3 sides, and you breathe in for 3, you hold it for 3, and you breathe out for 3. Remember the rabbit breathing. You do 3 quick rabbit breaths through your nose, like this, and then you breathe out long. Now, the best thing to do when you're implementing this with your child during a meltdown is to have practiced it before. We've established that, but also to do it with them. Sometimes I hold the child's hand and I say, we're going to breathe in for 3 counts, and I breathe in, we're going to breathe out, we're going to hold it for 3 counts, and then we're going to breathe out for 3 counts. And I do that a few times, and then normally what happens is the child starts to follow what you're doing. So remember that the deep breathing can help reduce that anxiety, can also help your child regain control and to make it easier so you don't have to go through such big meltdowns in public settings. Step number 3 is to identify and avoid your child's triggers. Every child is different and unique, and the meltdown comes from some place of overwhelm. Might be that the lights are too bright. Could be that there's too much noise, or maybe that your child's hungry, or that they're too hot, or that they're even too tired to be going out. You want to watch your child and try and backtrack once the meltdown happens. See if you can identify what those triggers are. And then you want to try and avoid those triggers when your child is in a heightened state. If you know your child's really tired, don't take them to the supermarket right now. Let them have a sleep and a nap, and then in a few hours' time, perhaps you could go to the supermarket. If you know they're really hungry, stop and get them something to eat first. Let them self-regulate with some food in their tummies and then try it again. We know that going out and having a meltdown in public is so stressful, not just for you, but mum, also for your child. It's really exhausting for them. The fourth thing to remember to avoid public meltdowns is to stay calm and be reassuring. Remember, you are the adult, so you're able to self-regulate and control your emotions and your feelings. By remaining calm and providing reassurance to your child during the meltdown, it will send a whole different feeling than if you're screaming and getting uptight and anxious because they're lying on the floor screaming and kicking in the middle of the supermarket aisle. So please remember, you are the adult. Take a few breaths yourself to calm your body. Now, if you're going to talk to your child, use a calm, soothing voice. If your child lets you touch them, they might like a big hug. They might like no touch at all. You'll know your child, and you can implement that. The other important thing is that when your child has a meltdown, the first thing they lose is their ability to hear. Even if you're using your calm voice, doing lots of talking and "it will be okay," it's really going to not make a lot of difference to your child. I tend to just use some signs. Stop. Calm down. It's okay. I hold their hands. We do some breathing. And by you staying calm, you'll find that will be the safe person for your child. You will reassure them that they're safe and that they're supported. And that can really help shorten the duration and the intensity of their meltdown. Now, the last step today to prevent meltdowns in public is to have a quick exit plan. And this is so important. You want to develop a plan for leaving quickly if the situation arises and the meltdown becomes unmanageable. So you want to identify some safe places and quiet places that are nearby where you can take your child to calm down. There might be a parent room. There might even be a sensory room in a shopping centre if you're really blessed to be in a city that has one. Might just be getting straight back to the car for them. You also want to make sure, Mum, that you communicate this plan, this exit plan, with the friends that you're out with or with your family members so that they know if you just up and leave the cafe, they know where you're going and they know why you're going. Check out where you're going first. Have an idea of what you can do if a meltdown does happen. And I think by having a plan, it always helps you to remain calm during the situation as well. Now, the most important thing out of all of these 5 strategies is that you don't avoid going out. You don't become so uptight and anxious that you stop living your normal life with your child. ADHD and autism is a part of your child, and so you want to prevent them and practice some of these tips and steps as often as you can. By learning their triggers, you'll find that you'll be able to avoid those really big meltdowns as much as you possibly can so that your outings can become more enjoyable and less stressful. So what I'm wondering is, do you have a calm down kit? If you do, leave me a comment below. But if you also include the word meltdown, I will send you something that will help with your child's meltdowns. It's been great talking to you today, and I know these 5 tips will really help. Reach out if you need any more support. I'm here for you. Take care. I'm Sue from How to Help My Child, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.